let's go after the least likely to sue me out of today's. So this is Dogpack404. He's a new kid on the block. Definitely recommend watching this video with the 12 million views right here. He goes through a lot. Yesterday I watched this. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. You know what to do, you know. But yeah, this is, I'll wait for some people to get in here and then cut it out. There we go. Boom. View channel, what's up? We're getting viewers now. What's up, T? My mouth is full of zins like a fucking chipmunk. Thank you for hitting the like button, T. Much appreciated. So yeah, no, this is the beginning of the new era. Because there's just so much going on. I want to talk about what interests me in the real world. Not the real world, the YouTube world. You know, I'm at heart, you know, YouTuber, so I feel like it's appropriate to, I guess I can take that that off the screen now. But yeah, no, this shit is wild. Trigger warning, definitely. And also, please, Mr. Beast, don't sue me for watching this. I know you like to get allegedly get private investigators involved. Allegedly. I'm going to preface that. I'm going to try and watch my words very wisely here so that I don't get like an NDA from Mr. Beast and Aminal on the same day, you know. But, you know, we like to take risks around here. Have some fun, you know. Small channel. Mr. Beast wouldn't come for us. We're too small. You imagine if he oh man, I would blow up so quick. Like if he even copyright strikes this or anything, I am fucking set. Like, hello, 500 subscribers. So I doubt it will happen. I'm actually kind of hoping it does so that I can go on Twitter and cry about it and be the victim for a day.
I'm hungry. All right, jokes for food. I wish a philanthropist YouTuber would just give me 10K and not film it. Hey, what the hell happened to you? Mr. Beast, that's what happened to me.
What we do here is go back.
Oh, bad choice. Not really. That's pretty good, actually. Get the whole iDubbbz fucking intro out. That's an interesting little flashback. Damn. That was a bad time on the internet. iDubbbz has since apologized for his fucking actions. But still not enough, because, like, goddamn, he fucked shit up.
I was gonna beat somebody. I was gonna beat him. Carl took my shot. Carl took my shot. I'm the worst production I ever did to make me do. Yeah.
Okay, content cop from Temu back at it again. So just before I get into my interrogation.
Oh, I get it. Content cop. Oh, shit. He's the new iDubbbz / CoffeeZilla. Shout out. Let's go.
Former Mr. Beast employee Jake Weddle. A lot has happened since my last video. After posting, I got hundreds of messages from former Mr. Beast employees, and I had them all like send proof of former employment. You know, just people showing their support or telling their stories of you know, fake videos or unsafe practices, you know, toxic workplace, stuff like that. I'm not really going to get into those claims because, for one, like, most people want to stay anonymous, which I understand. And also, like, I think most of that stuff's just been covered with you know, the news coming out about Beast Games and everything. And also I have like more serious allegations that I want to start covering. Also, I heard from a very credible source that Mr. Beast has been sitting on a response to part 1 because he was worried if he posted it, I would instantly respond with
So make sure you watch part 1 if you haven't already.
Part 2, you know, like this is Kids Bop, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. Also, I know Mr. Beast's secret CEO has been practically like harassing my people on, you know, hey, what's in part 2? What does he know? So I will just tell you, James, what will be in part 3, so you don't have to harass my people. It will be about serious allegations of sexual misconduct in the company and your direct involvement in covering up those crimes. And I'll make sure to give you full credit and plaster your face all over the screen when we talk about that. So yeah, I've gotten dozens of messages from former Mr. Beast employees of very serious allegations. So I just want to put a call to action at the start of this video that, you know, if you have a story, you can DM me. Just make sure you send proof of employment first, because I get a lot of DMs. And like, as much as I meme and joke around, like, I take anonymity very seriously. So without explicit permission, I don't go public with anything. And obviously, if it goes to court, I would hope they would censor your information from the court documents. I don't know. Oh, and former contestants too. That's another thing I heard after posting my last video is during the 100 Boys versus Girls video, I have people corroborating the same story that the camera guy who gave the girls a drone was making some girls feel uncomfortable. You trap these girls in a circle and make them sleep on rough turf and get them high on paint fumes, and then you try to f them.
Okay, that seems really dark.
No, it's not dark. You're misunderstanding me, bro.
I think I am.
Yeah, you are. Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Anyway, so that will be part 3. So, you know, Mr. Beast, do with that information what you will. I know Chucky didn't want to respond to those allegations. So anyway, my interview with Jake Weddle.
This guy's just spitting fucking... Damn, bro. He just doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. I'm gonna have to get a fucking... Okay, we're gonna get a pen out. Chucky wouldn't respond to those allegations. So I'm gonna look into that a little bit.
Chose to interview him because I thought he was perfect.
A little bit of foreshadowing. I think he's foreshadowing there, guys. Oh, he's got a DM here. Look at that. Let's see. I'm receiving many DMs corroborating very serious accusations of sexual harassment, sexual assault, and sexual coercion occurring within the company. Hearing these stories from both former contestants and employees alike. Anything you would like to address, or are you just interested in talking about raccoons and discrediting my character? Yeah, okay, so they do similar shit to him that they do to me. Like, yeah, he's actually just a drug addict who isn't doing very well, and he's having a psychotic break, everybody. Yeah, sound familiar?
Allegations. So anyway, my interview with Jake Weddle, I chose to interview him because I thought he was perfect because he was both on camera and behind the scenes in 2019 and 2020. And also, what people don't know is that he came back in 2021 to be the sole contestant of a Mr. Beast video, which never got uploaded because it went very badly. He also knows about another portable document format who was working at Mr. Beast while actually on the registry. And I'll get more into that story at the end of the video. So I got his
It's
DM,
wild.
drove straight to New York overnight, did not sleep, just drank a bunch of caffeine. And I also only had one microphone in the interview, which he's wearing. So it's mostly just him talking. Also, like, final thing.
Oh, he only had one microphone. That makes a lot of sense to the format of the video now.
People said my last video started slow. This video also starts slow. It builds up over time. But I'll do the retention thing and say, the ending will blow your mind. It's great.
It actually will. I was in the premiere of this. That's why I'm watching it again, because I did not get all of the information, because I would like pause the video to say something and then I'd have to skip ahead. There's like so much stuff I missed. So I want to go through this with a fine-tooth comb. So yeah.
Easy. Yeah. Okay. Jake Weddle, everybody.
I'm Jake Weddle. Most people who, if you know me from Mr. Beast, I'm a deep cut. I'm in a few of the videos, sometimes maybe purposefully kept to the shadows a little bit. I'm in the cutting room floor a lot of the time. But I've been in some videos. I've worked on a lot of them. I was there from 2019 to 2020, 2021-ish when I came back and did some more. I was there when they were authentic, and then I saw the transition to what I feel like is a company. He's like a TV show now. It went from YouTuber guy with a camera
Oh, the good old days of Mr. Beast, man.
to Amazon. The culture around there was very unspoken, but there was a vibe. There was half the people who, if you made Jimmy happy, you were on the good half. And these people got random bonuses and were usually moved up, had more screen time. And then there was people who, if you had a disagreement or butt heads with Jimmy or just you didn't like it, you know, you were in the other half. And I consistently was in the half that Jimmy doesn't like me. That's fine. I don't like him either. It's okay. Oh, that's just so good to say. I don't like Jimmy. I hate you so much. He didn't want anyone to get.
Hey, so much. This guy's awesome. He was awesome when he was in the videos, and he's just like even better now. Like this video is so good.
More popular or have more of a way out necessarily. Like, oh, I'm doing my Twitch thing on the side. Don't do that because you could get famous and leave and talk about me negatively. And I could tell that the yes men were, you know, doing well. And I was, you know, disgruntled for quite some time. So I've talked to reporters, right? Like publicly. And I've always had to choose my words very, very carefully because I don't want to say anything I don't stand behind, obviously. So I used to talk to people. I used to glaze Jimmy publicly for things I do genuinely think are true. But then it's like, well, how come we didn't talk about the working conditions? Well, I wanted a career. I didn't want to, you know, speak ill of YouTube's golden boy and then I'm blacklisted forever. I tell people I was talking to you, and they go, "Don't, what are you doing? You're going to kill your career." It's like, I have to or I'll be sad. If this is the moment, we're going to talk about it. So as far as that.
Let's fucking go, Jerry. Jerry. I was just in the chat the whole time. Fucking Jerry. Jerry. Oh man, it was so much fun. Premieres are actually the shit. I'm gonna premiere some videos because I want to be in the chat with you guys. You know, it would be fun. Premiering videos on YouTube. I didn't even know it worked like that. It's like a live, but it's an edited video. It's so cool.
That's my covering up the why we didn't talk about XYZ sooner, but now you know.
What would you say is the fakest video that you worked on while you were there?
Fakest video that I worked on while I was there. This is the extent of the fakeness that I was involved to. This is admitting to my complicity. I was a writer there, and we were working on a video crushing my friend's car with a rock or meteor or something. It was a rock or a meteor in the title of it. I can't remember, but he wanted to do a prank where, unbeknownst to the person, he takes a rock, crushes their car, and they're supposed to think a rock came out of space.
We're gonna take a meteor and we're gonna put it on Weddle's car. We're gonna take another meteor and put it on Marcus's car. Both of them have no idea that we're doing this. Weddle and Marcus are probably shocked. They had no idea.
And so that was the one and only time I had to, my car? What? And on the fly, I saw him, because Marcus was in that video. So Marcus is calling his mom. Marcus genuinely had no idea. He genuinely had no idea. But so Marcus is calling his mom, and his mom's freaking out. And I'm like, oh no, they're gonna call my mom next. So I had to text my mom, who had to beg to get the title very quickly. Now I'm texting my mom, I go, Mom, I'm about to call you about the meteor thing. You have no idea? Be surprised. And then I hit send, and then they go, call your mom now. And I call my mom and I tell her, and oh, she should have got the Oscar. Oh my God, on the fly. She goes, what? I'm on vacation. Mom, my car has been destroyed. A meteor hit it.
Jacob, I'm on vacation. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You can just see the look of relief in his eyes. He's like, good job. Damn, I'm gonna look for that look more often in Mr. Beast videos. They're just ruining Mr. Beast videos for all of us. I love it. I couldn't even watch his last video. I was like, oh man, this is so fucking fake and cringe.
I did that video and they're supposed to give me $10K to put a down payment on a new car, and they wanted me to get like a big flashy new car. $10K was supposed to be a down payment. And I can't afford a big flashy new car because I work at Mr. Beast. So I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the taxes on. I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the insurance on. So I do my part of the video, and I get a mom van that I could afford. And Jimmy was like, why didn't you get a cooler car? I was like, I can't afford that, bro. Come on, what are you talking about? If I was working on a TV show in the 90s, on a show that was a quarter as successful, I could retire today. But now I make dog shit pay. making gajillionaires more money. And I just walked into the writer's room. And that's one of the reasons why I left, was because I just walked in there and asked for not necessarily a gajillion dollars, but maybe a salary that was more proportional to the work I was doing, given how much revenue that work was doing. And then, I talked about that, and I talked about the Writers Guild and how this is what Writers Guild industry standard is for the streaming internet content with ads. I thought that was the closest thing to YouTube, and I didn't even bring up residuals, because, oh my God, if I got residuals for every video I worked on, boy, howdy, I could retire. But, yeah, the other thing I talked about was there was another writer there.
Right? That's crazy. They should get residuals. Like, if he's making that much money, he should fucking get, like, damn. It's crazy. Didn't even think about that. I'm not, like, in the industry, so I don't really know how this shit works very well, but sure as fucking tell that this is some fucked up shit here, Mr. Beast. Not looking good. L. Jimmy.
Yeah, the other thing I talked about was there was another writer there, older comic, black guy. He had a kid, and I got paid more than him, and I thought that was wild because he was older than me, had a child. We're doing the exact same job, and I'm some 20-year-old fuckhead white guy. Why am I getting paid more than him? I brought that up, and one of the things I didn't like about the way some of the V stuff shook out was. I feel really guilty about the way this shook out. Yeah, I was talking to this other writer, it's fucked up, that's how the pay is, and I want you to get paid more, because you deserve to get paid more. I don't have a kid. And he didn't want to rock the boat. He desperately didn't want to rock the boat. He's just, I like my job. I like, because when you grow up with nothing, not to say that he did, but I know I did. You get a little something, you don't want to lose it. So he didn't want to rock the boat. But he said, hey, man, if that's how you feel, if that's
That's some fucking trauma, Mr. Beast. Gets fucking wild. This is fucked up. This is unethical work practices to the fucking nines on every level. If this is true, this is bad. This is not a good look, Mr. Beast.
I trust you. He stood with me. He went to that meeting with me, and I said my piece, and he backed me up. I said I need XYZ or I'm out of here, and they said bet, and they gave me a severance check the next day, and they gave him a severance check the next day. And if I knew he was going to lose his job too, I wouldn't have done it.
Hold on. This reminds me of hold on. What episode? Season 2. Okay. Sorry, I'll cut this out. I'll try at least 18 minutes. This is what this reminds me of. Aw, that's not the... We need the beginning of the episode. There we go.
That's the idea. Now throw it on the ground.
I can't do it, Squidward. This hat is my friend. It never oppressed me.
SpongeBob, you're pathetic. Look, I threw my hat on the ground.
Aha! A confession! Next time, think before you litter.
Okay, pay attention, SpongeBob. Now we're gonna make picket signs. This is a very important part of striking.
Like this, Squidward?
Not a picket fence, you ding-dong. Picket sign.
How's this?
No. This is a picket sign. Krusty Krab unfair. Short, sweet, and to the point.
How about this, Squidward?
SpongeBob, it's unfair, not fun fair.
A fun fair? Where? Oh, I could go for some fun.
At the Krusty Krab.
Hey, everybody. Let's go to the fun fair.
Krusty Krab is unfair. Mr. Krabs is in there, standing at the concession, plotting his oppression.
What the heck does that mean?
I don't know. Squidward told me to yell it at people.
This is Mr. Beast right now.
On strike with SpongeBob forever.
Anyways, he's not on strike, but that's what he looks like. Little sidetrack there, sorry. Where the fuck? Oh, it's this one. Back to serious
I was
shit.
over the moon. I was like, you're gonna give me a... If I knew he was gonna lose his job too, I would have done it. I was over the moon. I was like, you're gonna give me a check and I get to leave? I don't get to deal with the how many Orbeez can I fit up my asshole every day, And I get to go home and you're gonna pay me to leave. I was over the moon. And he was devastated. He did not want. I said he just wanted to be in the room, And I really regret that. But me and him are really still tight. We're still good friends.
Is he doing good?
Yeah, he's doing good. He's a good guy. I love that guy. He's doing good. Yeah.
So maybe you still better?
Honestly, best thing I could have done for him. Now that he's very, very far removed from all this crazy shit, I guess.
Do you think Jimmy really enjoys doing good and helping people?
I think Jimmy wants to be the best YouTuber. I think he is laser focused on one goal. And I think whatever he has to do to achieve that goal, he'll do. And I think it was the smartest decision for him that he calculated, because he's very good with numbers. If I donate to charity, people can't say I'm shitty. If I give this homeless guy 10K, what do you mean I'm a bad guy? But I've always thought, if you're going to do something nice for somebody and you stick a camera in their face while you do it, that you didn't do a nice thing for somebody. You gained something. There was a homeless guy on the street and you saw an opportunity for yourself and your image, and you gave one guy $10,000 who needed it to eat, and now the revenue you generated from that video is way more than what you gave. I think when he's generous on camera, it's the least authentic thing in the world. There's an element of, oh, hey, you're crying. That's so good for camera. I'm so glad if you're crying because you're so thankful that you got XYZ, and then you go, oh, I'm so glad he needed it that bad so I could come in and, can you cry more? Oh, it's so good for the camera if you could, it just.
See, you're a good fucking chatter. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I fucking knew I was going to do that when I sat down in my chair. I need like a sign telling me unmute, like put it like on my, I'm going to do that. Cause I don't want to get extra audio. Anyway, so, the meme right now is $1 versus $1 million lawyer. So maybe that's the line. I don't know. He's $1 private investigator versus $100,000 private investigator. Like, it's crazy, man. I've done it a fair amount of time streaming to feel bad. I'll follow you. If you're a streamer, I'll definitely follow you. It's super annoying. Go to channel, subscribe. All right, let's go back to this shit. I love this shit. This isn't going to be my best performing content, but it's definitely going to be some of the most fun content I've made.
It made me uncomfortable that I was working there, and I didn't like it, and I vocalized it sometimes, and I think that's why I wasn't on camera as much as they said I was going to be. I was told at one point that I was going to be like fourth banana, you know, it was going to be Jimmy, Chris, Chandler, me, you know, and then that never happened. I remember talking about that, like, hey, I thought my contract said XYZ. And then I got the severance checks. So, you know, whatever, all that regard.
That's kind of how it felt too, because there was the Viking, can't remember his name, but Jake the Viking, he was around. Jake the Viking left, and then Whittle showed up, and he was like Jake's replacement, and then he just disappeared, and then he came back a couple videos. I am a big Mr. Beast fucking viewer. Like, I have just recently stopped watching his videos in the last 6 months just because I'm always fucking streaming and I've never had a platform where I can watch Mr. Beast videos. You know what I mean?
So after your severance checks, how was your relationship with the company? I know you appeared in videos after that, right?
Right. So in videos where I was appearing in later, that's why you keep nice publicly. If you're nice in public, hey, Jake was nice in public. Let's have him back for something. You know, yeah, sure. So I was hoping they call back. You know, and I appeared in some videos after I left. I think one of them was 3 days in a maximum security prison. If I did do mini challenges in that, I got paid. I was, you know, clocked in with a rate, and I would get paid and compensated for those. But there's one video.
This part's kind of fucked. Like at one point, I'm like, this is where I kind of skipped a bit, so I'm gonna have to like take some notes here maybe. But because I was there during the premiere, fucking 120,000 people tuning in. I was like, this is fucking fire. I'm gonna watch party it next time he premieres. Be like, it's premiering. I'm gonna be on TikTok, just like, let's go. I can feel it already. The energy is in the room.
I was in. I got paid a lot for it, but it didn't.
Yeah, there's a ranking system, of course. It's Mr. Beast. That's kind of how it always went, you know. Chris, Ava was number 2, and well, she doesn't work there anymore for some real fucked up allegations, some Discord leaks. I haven't gone through all the Discord leaks yet. Don't know if I want to, but apparently they're really bad. And yeah, I don't know. I haven't got that deep yet.
But there's one video I was in. I got paid a lot for it, but it didn't. It didn't come out. It didn't come out because it didn't go well. There was a video that came out probably like a year ago, something like that. It got a lot of hot water when it came out. It was the like surviving like $10,000 every day you survive in solitary, or surviving solitary for whatever. It was one of those solitary confinement videos that got a lot of media attention because everybody saw the premise and thought, what? You shouldn't do that. And people don't know that was the second attempt. The first attempt was on me, and it didn't go well.
See, I did not get that the first time. That's a bad. Sorry. Bad frame to stop on. Bro, I remember that video. Everybody was like, bro, this is fucked up. And when I was watching it, I was like, this is some wild shit. Oh, so there was like oh my God, he did it to somebody else after? I want to watch that video again now. Damn. Holy shit.
I was already planning on moving to New York, and I had worked at a couple of YouTube companies after Beast.
So that video was stay in like solitary confinement for 100 days and you walk away with, I don't know, I think like $1 million or something like that. And you were essentially just like alone and nobody ever came and talked to you. And Mr. Beast was like intentionally fucking with you the whole time. And there was like challenges and stuff like that. Which again, like, I mean, it's a Mr. Beast video. It's definitely, how's Bemused? It's definitely, you know, maybe this guy's just a little bitch. I'm just kidding. No, this is some fucked up shit. His story is wild. I didn't get that during the premiere that it was that video that I think I skipped the video like ahead, like, because I kept getting behind like 2 minutes. Yeah, I think it was 100 days. You had to stay in solitary confinement and they gave you a bunch of supplies and it was like a padded room, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but I think it's 100 days. It might be more, might be less, give or take 100 days, you know? But it was a fucking challenge. That video was wild. I imagine they probably had to make some more accommodations. He was just their lab rat. That's crazy. That's why he's in tears right now, is because he was their fucking lab rat. That's fucked.
And I had a little bit of change in my pocket, you know, the most change I had in my pocket ever, you know? Small potatoes, you know, compared to Beast bullshit, but, you know, I thought I had enough to move to New York or whatever. And I get a call from somebody over there, and they go, hey, they want you for a video. I was like, oh, amazing, great, cool, thank God. What's the video? And they tell me the pitch. And they try to make the pitch sound like it's going to be like a walk in the park. The pitch is 100 days in solitary confinement. But don't worry, like, you only have to last like 30. We have like a video. They're pitching it like at first it's going to be like a luxury vacation. You're going to have like a hot tub and an ice cream machine. And like part of the video is going to be you deciding like, what items am I going to get rid of, you know, today? And the choice. They were like, it's only going to be bad for maybe the last like 5 days tops when you have like nothing left. You're the first, it's going to be like a breeze for most of it. And by the end of it, after 30 days, you're going to get $300,000 because it's $10,000 a day. And I don't know, man. I grew up poor in North Carolina. I said, excuse me? I'll dance for you if you put that kind of money in my face, sure.
I'm sorry. Sign me the fuck up, Mr. Beast.
Like, you're going to be locked in this room, and we got
300 grand in 30 days? I don't know. Let's go. I could do it. I could fucking do it. You know? 30 days, let's go.
Gotta make sure you're on all the time. We're gonna have cameras on you all the time, and you're perfect for this because you never shut the fuck up. On paper, I was like, okay, I can do this, and I was. They always cut me out of the videos. They always, and I was, editors have told me that it's because you have too much of a personality. And so with this video, I thought, this is perfect. It's a video they can't cut me out of. I'm the guy. And so I thought, well, if I have to do this, if I have to do solitary confinement in order to do the things I want to do, then I will do that. That I held my tongue and I swallowed my pride and I tried to do one last ride. And I get there. And at first it's fine. And I mean, they had just freshly painted the set. You could smell it, which that's probably not good. The smell of fresh paint in your surroundings for the next XYZ time. It looked good on the visual. Like it looks good on camera. It's movie magic bullshit. It was a terrible facility. I mean, it was in one of the studios. They had to get a separate tank for septic stuff. Yeah, there was a hot tub in it. Yeah, there was an ice cream machine. Things were cool and funny on paper, but when you think about stuff, a hot tub that's not connected to a filtration system, give it 3 days, it's gonna stink. There's not a hot water mechanism, so the hot tub was a lukewarm tub at best, which was a silly complaint, but the shower was always cold, and you're taking a quick shower, and I had cameras 24/7 on me, and the ice cream machine, let's talk about that for a second. The ice cream machine has 2 modes, on, and off.
Fuck, man, he's making me want a screamer.
reeking of smelly dairy
Never mind. Oh.
mildew. Like, so I got to choose which sense was assaulted at a time. I couldn't have all of them good. So the little things started to build up. You know, there was like the bug thing wasn't like terrible, but it was a factor. And like at first it was fine, you know, and you're playing it up like, because you know it's a video, and it got to a point where like they weren't turning the lights off. You know, I asked them, I said, can we like have like nighttime hours? You know, and they said no, because it would fuck up the time lapse shots. The time lapse of what? Me sleeping or me not sleeping? Yeah, I saw in other videos they did like, oh, you're gonna get XYZ hours of sunlight. Oh, great! Want to know how they figured that one out? I didn't have it. You know, one of the things was you got to take away your clock, so you didn't know what time it was. Okay, I got no access to sun. I got no access to clock. I don't know, like, the lights are on me all the time. I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep, and I have insomnia problems now. But they might have started there. I had good people looking out for me.
Unplugged ice cream machine is like a jug of milk you leave out in the sun. Yeah, that's fucking disgusting. That would be the first thing I get rid of. I wonder if that was the first thing the guy got rid of in the not original video, the second take of the video. Bro, they fucked this guy over.
I had a lot of good people looking out for me saying, this we gotta stop. So I just wanted to turn the lights off. And
if I recall, in the second video, they had like a doctor on standby, always watching and analyzing, to like call it quits. It's probably because of this incident. Oh, bro, that sounds like torture.
I'm vocalizing to people, I wish the lights would turn off. And I go up to my friend, my good friend. And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime.
Yes, the United Nations considers sleep deprivation to be a form of torture and a war crime under the Geneva Convention and the UN Torture Convention. The UN defines torture as any physical or mental pain or suffering, and sleep deprivation can cause serious physical and mental harm. Why is it? It's also prohibited by international law as cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment of detainees. Damn, bro. That's literally against the Geneva Convention. What the fuck, Mr. Beast? That's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. Damn.
We're not allowed to do that to terrorists. Oh, good. 24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing. So, you know, either they're giving
I could do it.
You know, melatonin.
I could do it because I actually am like, well, not having a clock would probably drive me fucking crazy, but like, I can sleep in the light. It doesn't really bother me. I don't know. As long as, but then I'm thinking like the temperature in that room and the air quality. Like if they had air conditioning, maybe. Because then I could just like put the blanket over my face and... I mean, I slept in a fucking car in the summertime with a dog, so, I mean, I've been through worse, bro.
You know, it's not helping, you know, and then Jimmy would come in like every other day for like an hour, you know, to check in on me because he's doing other stuff. You know, I'm just the guy in the cage over here. He'll come back to me in a minute. And so he'd come by, he'd get the shots, he'd leave. Sometimes he'd have a note with the director over the phone. That would really piss me off. This is the note I got from the director, from Jimmy, when I'm receiving some cash.
Yeah, so I get that, but the thing that would get me is not having a clock. That would drive me crazy. But I can definitely sleep in bright ass lights. 100%. I've done it live on TikTok so many times. I literally can fall asleep. Maybe not No, yeah, I could 24/7. But not having a clock would fuck me up. But for $10,000 a day, I think, you know, it would be like, just trying to be fair here, you know. I like $10,000 a day. That's pretty good, you know. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be complaining. Well, I probably would, because, you know, if I was him, I definitely would be like, this guy got treated like dog shit. The fact that he was supposed to be number 4 in the company and they didn't even post the video, like, that's disrespect. That is in itself disrespectful as fuck. The challenge itself is one thing, but the mental abuse from your boss is a whole nother thing. Like, he fucking hates Jimmy. The whole time he's having resentment. Could you fall asleep with a rotten dairy smell, paint smell, stagnant water smell for how many days? That is a good point. Yeah, no. But again, like, I'm a different breed, okay? Like, I'm just saying, I'm a different breed. Like, I have been through torture similar to this, like, and nobody gave a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. Shit happens. Like, I mean, you get used to it after a while, but for $10,000 a day, I would not be complaining. But the thing that would piss me off the most is the, like, politics of the company. The fact that the guy literally fired my friend and treated and did all that whole thing, I would have so much resentment. I would go crazy. So, like, in his case, 100% excusable that he's going crazy, because, like, but, like, if I was just some dumbass fucking going and doing a challenge and I had to sit in a fucking light room, I'd be fucking made for that shit. I fall asleep in the light all the time. Maybe I'll have to do it, you know? Fuck. Paint my walls white. Fucking not open the door or the window and just sleep in a room with paint fumes. And I'll get a fucking bucket of rainwater and I'll put it in the corner. See how fucking long I'll last, and we'll set up a fucking 24-hour live stream, you know. I couldn't do it. I have a fucking dog. I'd have to get like a fucking caretaker for my dog, so that wouldn't work. That just wouldn't work.
He said, Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans? You know how hard it was to do a take of that? To pretend to make it genuine? I gotta get some water. I don't want to have student loans. I don't want to be in a cage. But Jimmy's the guy with the money, and if you do what he says, he'll do what you want. You want your student loans paid off? You just be in this cage. And you have power over people. When one person doesn't have resources and the other one does, and they hold it over your head, and you go, of course, yeah, I agreed to it. I needed it, of course. And just something about, like, having the cameras on me all the time. Like, I was not having a good time, but we were filming a video, so I was trying my best to be funny. You know, I'm a dark comic. You know, I got bits about. I had a very traumatic life. I have my dad is in jail for sexual assault of a minor. You know, so this.
Yeah, so that. I would not do this for fucking student loans. I'd be like, fuck no. I went to school so I could sit in a fucking cage. Fuck that.
This stuff is very near and dear to my heart. You know, I don't fuck around with this shit. Yeah, I have jokes about that in my act. You know, I joke about it because, yeah, that's what you do in a traumatic experience. You know, abusive relationships. I get out of it. The first thing I do is I do a type-line about it. You know, so I'm in this situation where my mental health is not good. My physical health is getting worse, but we're filming.
Respect. Respect. Also, if you go to this video, Jake Weddle, at Jake Weddle, go subscribe to him if you haven't already and you're watching this video. Oh. Yeah, no, that's some whack ass shit right there. I couldn't do it for school. If I was doing it for like a car and a house, then that would be one thing. But it sounds like he's the perfect brain chemistry to be a comedian, so good on him. You know, at least he got something out of it. He got that fucking traumatic experience, makes him funny, like he's saying. I mean, that's an overall, I guess, W kind. No, that sucks.
So I'm doing bits. I'm talking to the camera. And I'm being, you know, like, hey, it's been a couple days, I'm not doing so hot, you know? Which, if I'm filming a video, that's what I should be doing for the camera, but it was too real. If they're faking videos, why couldn't we fake this one? You know, if we're
Facts. Oh, facts, buddy.
allowed to let these cast members have some time off of this difficult challenge, how come we couldn't turn the lights off? How come we couldn't maybe not have some time-lapse footage for 10 seconds?
Did you try to get out?
Yes! I was starting to calculate, I don't know if I could do 30. How much can I, well, how can I manage to get out of here sooner and still have a video and still have some cash and get the plug, man. I did. Since we're doing time-lapse shots, and since they insisted on time-lapse shots, I said, all right, we'll give you time-lapse shots back. I put my YouTube on with the whiteboard they gave me. And I was like, all right, yeah, go ahead and scrub that footage. You know, you got that whiteboard. Oh, no, either that goes in, or this footage is unusable. And then, you know, James Warren came in and erased it. You know, fucking, you know, don't put that. Hey, we can torture him. Don't you dare let him get a plug in there. You know, like we were playing up the joke. You know, it's like I'm the boy in the cage. You know, whatever. Like I'll play into a joke. Whatever, it's fine. It's just something weird about when Jimmy jokes. I have jokes about my dad because I love jokes with my dad. I'll joke about my dad all the time. I guess piece of shit. I hate my dad. But I have friends that make fun of my dad. That's fine because I know their intent. I know where they're coming from. When Jimmy joked with my dad, and I said that seemed weird. I don't like it. We were doing that one of those hide and seek videos again. You know, at the time they were a lot realer. So I got caught, and when you get caught, you know, you go to the place where you get caught. And I don't know if there's footage of this. I don't know if I definitely didn't make the final cut. But he says to me, "All right, you're going to jail. You know, like your dad." And like, it's a joke. But when my friends do it, it's fine. And Jimmy wasn't my friend. He was my boss, and that wasn't cool. And so now, I'm locked in a cage at his whim. And I have to do things to get the cash I need to live. And I got these cameras on me all the time. And I was unwell. I had editors coming up to me saying, "You good, bud?" And I was like, "Yeah, why? You're clearly unwell." And he goes, well, because the footage you're sending in is haunting. Because I'm trying to be funny, but I am mentally decaying, so I'm doing bits. Someone said there is a horror cut of a video in this. And I'm thinking, like, who's watching this? Like, who wants to see this? What is fun about this, the video? And so the thing that made me I got to get out. I can't do another day in a year. Jimmy comes in and I'm asleep. I don't know what time it is. I don't know, it's like 2 or 3 or whatever. He's like, "Why is he sleeping?" I don't know, because I can't sleep. And he comes in, he wakes me up. And he goes, "Ask me why I have 2 briefcases." And I'm like, why do you have 2 briefcases? And he goes, "Oh, because this one's for today, you know, and this one's for the challenge." And I go, "What's the challenge today?" He goes, You're gonna run a marathon. You're gonna do the 22.6K, whatever it is. And you're going to do it on that treadmill over there. The first challenge I did was a Rubik's Cube. And I'm dyslexic. I'm dumb. I don't know how to do a Rubik's Cube. So your first challenge, Rubik's Cube. I was like, "Oh, I don't want to do it." I was like, yeah, I don't do it. You go, just do it for the thing. My kid, yeah. Like there was an element of, oh, Jake will do what we want because he's in house. You know, that's one of the reasons why they got me. Jake's he's an inside guy, so he'll do whatever. We can push him a little extra hard because we know he's good. We know he's. I couldn't say no to the treadmill thing. Yeah. So I people who run marathons train forever, and it's still hard. Again, writer. Do I look like I run? I don't run. You know, let alone a marathon, let alone have training for it. So I was in a sunlightless, you know.
Did you try to say no? Like, did you have a choice, or
based on the Rubik's Cube thing and based on all the other stuff, like there was so much pressure to just do it, just do the thing, you know. And if I refuse, it's just it's the whole video. I get the budget's so much money up in flames because Jake said he wouldn't want to do the thing, and so I wanted to be a good sport and I wanted to get the boost and I wanted the cash, and so I started running at 12. I was able to take some breaks, and I asked him, how long do I have? He goes, until I get back. And I'm running until 3 a.m. I got off the treadmill. Oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red. I couldn't walk. My muscles were like just the lactic acid. I got off the treadmill, and then the people that came in to like ice my feet, make sure I was good. Then that's when I was like, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. And that's when I get psych in and talk to the psych about how I'm not well. And like I said, there was a lot of good people over there that was saying, you got to pull him out. Yeah, I had friends that did some freelance work. And they would tell me, they'd be like, yeah, everyone knows you over there. Everybody loves you. They go, oh, Jake Weddle, love that guy. Shame what happened to him. Like I'm a ghost. And I asked them, I said, how much longer are you guys going to keep me in here? And the guy goes, realistically, like at least 7 more days? No. And they didn't let me leave right away either. They wanted to make sure, everything was fine. So I just, slept for a while. They turned the lights off. And they brought, it's like they brought in all my friends, to make it. They brought in all the people I liked. And Jimmy. Then everybody was around me, making sure I was good, making sure I was okay. But Jimmy had his he was sitting in the chair, turned around like an evil villain. Swear to God, everyone was looking at me, and he was like Lex Luthor over there. He turns around, he stands up. He does the exact same thing when he's pretending to have a human connection. You know when you're watching a video and he's like, oh, stop, you're gonna make me cry. And he touches his eye or whatever as if he's crying. He's a psychopath. I didn't have to pretend to do that shit. She says, as if rehearsed by his lawyers. Yeah, your mental health's the most important thing. I just want to make sure you're okay. And the last thing we want you to do is. I can almost hear the word Sue come out of his mouth. The S. He just stopped right before it got out. I did not get the 300K. What I got, he goes, think of it this way. At least you get to keep what you earned. You were in there for XYZ days. You did XYZ challenges, so you got, 100,000 some change, give or take. You know how much money I spent in taxes in 2021? I spent $44,000 in taxes alone. And now I spent all that money on doing stand-up. I bought plane tickets to go do comedy festivals. My family back home, I gave them a bunch of stuff that they needed. And I haven't been back on a beast set. in any official capacity or unofficial capacity since then.
That's
and
fucked.
then they did the video with somebody else, and they worked out the kinks. And then it's still gotten some hot water, and I knew it would. And I've wanted to say a lot of this for a long, long, long time. And I feel good now.
Mr. Beast. Fuck you, Jimmy. Fuck you, Jimmy. And Jimler. Fuck you, Jimler. I used to want to protect Mr. Beast by calling Jimmy from Ottawa fucking Jimler, but now I want to call fucking Mr. Beast Jimler. Like, I'd say they're equally as well. Yeah, I would say probably Mr. Beast is a little bit more problematic, but which is weird to say.
Guys, how do you get that off there?
So I just want to hop in here and show some text that Jake sent me after this interview. This is July 29, 2021, a few days after he got out of solitary. How are you feeling after a few days? Better. I still couldn't sleep, even a few days out, but I almost have my sleep cycle back on track. My legs and joints are good, but the blisters on my feet still hurt to walk on. Medical advice I got was not to lance them and just let them go away with time. I'm mentally still in an uneasy place, but I've gotten back on better help. My therapist is a little concerned, but we are working on things. Reminder, this is not supposed to be a traumatic life event. This is supposed to be a Mr. Beast video. Hey Jake, hope you're doing okay. Meg and I just wanted to check in on you. Hey, I'm good and I appreciate that. I'm not exactly 100%. I feel like mentally I'm still recovering a bit, but back in therapy and my therapist is concerned. Haha, but my legs and joints feel better. Like I can walk, but my feet are still covered on those blisters and those hurt to walk on. But I was told the best thing to do is stay off my feet and let them heal. I'm in Raleigh with my family. Also, it'll be like a month before I get the money, and they aren't giving me all the money. They're giving me what I won up to that point in the game, which was also a slap in the face, but hey, I'm out, I'm alive. Therapist who knows and cares about you. The whole thing was so fucked, and honestly, fuck them for not giving you the money. Meg and I are wishing you the best with your recovery, and please feel free to reach out if you need anyone to talk to or need a place to crash in New York. Hope you're doing well, man. That video you uploaded is money. So good. I appreciate. I'm doing better physically. Mentally, I'm still kind of in a place. I still can't sleep. I've slept 5 hours in the past 3 days, marathon included. I don't know what's wrong with me. Lots of thinking, too much, one might say. Hope they're taking care of you where they can. I mean, I was kind of shocked they didn't pay me for the full 25, 30 days. They paid me what I made up to that point. Like even when we have to pull the plug for my mental health, the mechanism of the game is still at play. I'm just happy to be out. I still can't walk well, but it hurts less. And like, I'm not famous enough to burn a bridge. So at the end of the day, I'm still Jimmy's bitch. Like if I was Carl and he did that to me, I'd ruin him. And they want to do it again. That could be your leverage. If the guy breaks down also, 2 is better than 1. Yeah, right. I told them everything they did to me that they can't do again in order to make sure the other person doesn't break down as fast. But like the way the video is meant to function is the problem. It's a bad idea, full stop. It sounds clickbaity, sounds right up Jimmy's alley, but it's morally unethical like on every level. Off-camera breaks, lights off at night, visitation, take the marathon out. Marathon is a video in itself. You can't expect someone to exert themselves like that for 45 seconds of content. The challenges really made it feel dehumanizing, felt like a parody of Mr. Beast. I felt like the homeless guy they could exploit. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. Part of me wants the footage burned and part of me thinks that there's a great horror cut in there. LMAO, he was so fake when he came in and said he cared about my mental health. They must have programmed the care about mental health updates. He said, we also don't want you to, and I swear to our Lord and Savior, he stopped himself from saying sue. Also, as far as like, he could have said no, he could have left at any time. I want to show this segment from an internal document at Mr. Beast called How to Succeed in Mr. Beast Production. Specifically on page 19, there's a paragraph called No does not mean no. Already insane, because it's sort of, it seems to be co-opting the popular anti-rape slogan, which is a terrible look given the allegations that are going to be coming out very soon. It reads, when dealing with people outside Mr. Beast Productions, never take no at face value. If we need a store to buy everything inside of, and you can call the local Dollar Tree, and the person that answers says, no, you can't film here, that literally doesn't mean shit. Talk to other employees and see if they are fans or if any have kids that are fans. Try talking to their boss's boss. Have me DM them on Twitter and try their social team. If all avenues are exhausted and you are left with a no, that doesn't mean don't try the other Dollar Trees, because the manager of those could be huge fans and willing to bend the rules. Basically, what I'm trying to convey is what we call pushing through no. Don't stop because one person told you no. Stop when all conceivable options are exhausted. This is one of many tools that, when combined, dramatically improve your probability of success when producing here. So yeah, this idea of like pushing through no's is a big component to working at MrBeast. And the way that it manifests itself a lot of the time is like a director might tell a producer, hey, we need access to 30 acres of farmland by Tuesday or we lose $500,000. Now, if you're the producer, you obviously know that means get it done or you lose your job. So what can happen is like a producer's calling up farmers saying, hey, I need to use your land. And the farmer might be like, okay, but you know, I have animals, you can't be making really loud noises, no pyrotechnics, and you got to clean everything up. So the producer is sort of incentivized to lie and say, or maybe the producer doesn't even actually know the total contents of the video, right? Things changed last second. So they're very like, they're financially incentivized to be manipulative and sort of, they're put in positions where it's like, oh, it's either the producer's job or a civilian's job, like where it talks about, hey, maybe the manager would be willing to bend the rules. Well, you shouldn't really be pressuring civilians to bend the rules that could get them fired, you know? I'll show you a real life example. This is unused evidence from part 1. I had seen this Reddit post titled MrBeast leaving trash behind and debris at film site in Ayden, North Carolina. Apparently he left a large boat in a pond as well as debris around the film site in the bottom of the pond weeks and weeks after the agreed time frame. This actually rendered it unsafe for campers and almost delayed the camp's opening date multiple times due to not being able to get in contact with MrBeast to get the stuff cleaned up out of the area. So I actually know that this is from a MrBeast video called Protect the Yacht, Keep It, where at the end of that video he actually says,
yes, we did ensure the lake was completely cleaned up after this video. For the love of God, subscribe so we can pass T-series.
Yeah, so he says at the end of the video that they made sure it was cleaned up. I was actually on site for part of this production. I was at this camp. So I decided to send an email out to the camp, basically saying, hey, I heard these rumors. I'm investigating a similar incidents.
This dude is the new CoffeeZilla, bro. Not MrBeast, iDubbbz, with a lot less racism involved.
And the camp responded,
it's like an ethical iDubbbz.
Actually not denying.
This is YouTube history. Too far.
These rumors, I'm investigating a similar incidents. And the camp responded, actually not denying the claims, going on to say, I am sure that there are no perfect film productions, just as there are no perfect people. I am grateful for the opportunity that we had to host the production crew, and because grace, or forgiveness, has been offered to me so freely, I will choose to offer the same. So clearly alluding to the fact that there was a wrongdoing by MrBeast production team. And that's like...
Dude, he's killing it. Like, he came into the scene at the perfect time. Like, Ludwig and fucking Penguins fucking dropping out of the drama scene. And then we just got this behemoth of just a fucking content creator. Like, this man has balls of fucking steel. And he's not making money off this. Like, this is unmonetized content. It says in the description, this video is not monetized right there. Like, he'll eventually probably capitalize off of it, but like, this is how you fucking make a name. Like, look at that. 8 million views in the fucking, like, I think it's just hit the 24-hour mark. It's crazy.
Sort of the thing is, if you're around Greenville, you know these stories of people working with MrBeast and it being extremely unprofessional, them not doing what they say, but they sort of get by a lot on their good public image. And like, I mean, this camp offered to host them completely for free. And I guarantee, like, if you went to the lake at the camp and you went magnet fishing, like, you'd find all sorts of debris that's still there to this day. Like, they didn't clean it all up. So in the case of Jake Weddle, like, I'm sure that there were producers who were in a position of, hey, if Jake gets out early, we don't have a video and your job is at risk. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure on top of, like, him being delirious from not sleeping and everything to just manipulate him into staying. which, you know, I'm sure this isn't like technically against the Geneva Convention on torture because he wasn't technically a prisoner. Like he could have left at any time, but because of the extreme pressure to stay in, it's not really a reasonable expectation that he could have just, you know, walked out.
Because of the implication.
I think Jimmy is a awkward kid who maybe, yeah, had it a little rough growing up. I can't speak on that, but I do have empathy for it. Because I, you know, had it rough growing up. And I think when you're hyper fixated on something, like I love stand-up, he loves YouTube, everyone, you know, fixates on a thing, you know, I think he just wanted to be the best YouTuber so bad. And because the industry's metrics, you know, rewarded some not great behavior, if you're just going on autopilot based on what the numbers say, you know, you can do some things that maybe aren't good, but reap reward. And I think Jimmy just did what the industry and maybe what the system that we have set up demanded.
20 million total views across 2 videos. That's one thing. Think about all the other publicity that he's getting. I'm surprised he hasn't even hit 1 million yet. It'll happen so quickly, but like, I feel like a lot of people just aren't subscribing just because they don't think of it, and they also like Mr. Beast, and there's a lot of like slander against Dogpack. I always want to say Wolfpack, but there's a lot of like slander. So like fucking Oompaville's first video where he's like, this guy's just, you know, and then Oompaville turned out to have a fucking interview with him. That was fucking awesome. Like another fucking banger from Dogpack. Like he has been like, Oompaville's like, are you worried about the lawsuits? And he's like, yeah, it's whatever. Like, bless your soul, Dogpack.
And he didn't care who got hurt. And I think Jimmy surrounded himself with really, really not so great people, and those people were the ones making the decisions.
The other thing too is this is kind of an experiment because, you know, pretty early on channel. If he's going after channels with less than 500 subscribers, if I get any shit for this, hello Twitch.
And I want to say, really important, there are so many good people that work at Mr. Beast who are damn good at their jobs. Like,
just like what he's saying.
When Jimmy comes in and asks for something impossible.
The thing is too, pretty much all like it. Fuck, I forget what billionaire, but they essentially said that like I think it's a book, and they are saying that like it's like the tithing thing. Like if you tithe 10%, like what Christians say, where you tithe 10%, Jesus will give you back 100-fold or whatever. It's a common thing with billionaires. They live by that. They do a bunch of shady shit, but then they donate their money to charity and feel good about themselves. It's very, very common. So it's a psychopath thing. You have to be some sort of psychopath to be a billionaire, which Mr. Beast is both at this point. So
it's these people's jobs to do it, and they shouldn't be able to make it happen, and they do. And so I don't think people wanted to talk about stuff because I didn't want my friends to lose their jobs. I don't care about my fucking job. I'll die in a hole. I don't care. But I don't want my friends to lose their jobs. You know? I don't want anyone's reputation to be fucked.
Yeah, that's fucked, bro.
You know? But let's just go back to my dad for a second, if I may. My dad was like a swim coach, your neighborhood swim team. Everybody loved it. Behind closed doors, he's a real piece of shit. And so when stuff starts hitting the fan, what? Him? No. Surely. And then, everyone, thought my mom was the bitch, for not, But then the news broke, that he did what he did to one of the students of the team. And it's like,
What did he just say there?
but then the news broke, that he did what he did to one of the students of the team.
I'm writing that timestamp down, looking into that later. I don't know what he's talking about.
And it's like when that comes out, you're not surprised, You just go, when I saw my dad in the news, I said, "Oh, you idiots!" Like I was like, "No, what?" I was, "Oh, dumbass! God damn it!" But I wasn't surprised, and it was just consequences happening to somebody who was really good at avoiding them for a long time. And I don't know, everybody loves Jimmy, and behind closed doors, he is not super great, and that image is cultivated purposefully and intentionally, and it's branding, it's marketing, it's YouTube.
Okay, so I guess, just one final question on
Sure.
a serious note. Obviously, the Ava Chris Tyson drama, and, that's a known issue of traditional media. Did you witness or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
It's crazy. I probably hung out with Ava the most out of the main cast, just because I was on Beast Hacks, now Beast Reacts. I don't know if it's still out. That was a lot of fun because it was just being silly and moving in front of the camera. And Ava was the only person who was willing to film. Everybody else was too busy or didn't want to, and I was just trying to do my job. Sometimes there'd be like an offhanded joke that's a little gross. I mean, I'm a stand-up, so I'm very desensitized to that. I didn't hear anything that was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like when I saw, the reason I messaged you instead of talking to reporters sweetly like I have been was when I saw the Discord stuff. Because when I got there, it was like 2019. So I guess if the timelines add up, that would have been like handled, for lack of a better term. And then they started bringing more people on. Maybe they thought they had that under the rug, But, all right, we handled that. Now let's bring in some writers, And when I saw it, all that stuff started coming out. And the potentiality, as of this moment of recording, I know this has been happening fast and stuff has been coming out so fast. Just the potential that Jimmy could have been in those Discord chats, or even the potential that he participated in those Discord chats. After the shit he did to me, if you're gonna make fun of my dad, I don't care what happens to me and my career and reputation after this. I had to say some stuff. So whatever happens at this point.
Outside of Ava Chris Tyson, did you notice any or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
I've heard rumors. I can't confirm or deny anything. I don't have any tangible evidence, but I've heard stuff that if it could be investigated, that'd be great. But it's like water cooler talk. But I've heard things, yes, of course. I heard, people have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people. The idea that Jimmy didn't know, or that Jimmy was covering stuff up. He didn't want stuff to come out. He's very careful about his image. The tangible proof that he knew but covered it up. How do you prove that, Well, there was a known sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender on the registry and everything, who worked there. And you can, someone pees in public, you're on the registry, you get it. You can still have a job after you're on that's one thing. You go to prison, you get rehabilitated, that's one thing. If you do your time, that's fine. I think there should be rehabilitation in this country. But that guy, from what I hear, I can't confirm or deny, from what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff with some underage people.
That's fucked. That frame.
And they knew that. He's working at a channel that has underage people on and around and is targeted to underage people. And they covered up the fact that not only did he work there, but he was like the manager when it all started. And you know that he knew, and because he'll be
That's
in videos,
fucked.
he'll be in thumbnails, he'll be around, and whenever he is, he's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender? And that your face can be looked up on a thing? How much more can you literally cover up a sex offender? With a physical mask? Like, do I have to... Is it more on the nose? Or... I don't know why they let him go, because there's rumors back and forth. You know, so I don't know why they let him go, but he did leave at one point.
Not a good look, Jimmy.
Even if that guy didn't do anything, they still knew about it and he was still around. And what if he's one of the people in the Discord servers? What if he's not? I don't know. But when I was there, they called him Delaware. It's like, why do you call him Delaware? I didn't know. Apparently they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware. That's his nickname? Colloquially? Like, you know, yeah, it's Delaware. Don't ask him why. Yeah. The fuck? Jimmy knew about it? The likelihood that he didn't know is astronomically low.
Okay, so finally I have a recorded phone conversation. The person on the other end of this line is a different former MrBeast employee talking about Delaware. Also, apparently before this phone conversation got recorded, the person on the other end of the line said that the MrBeast team was actually trying to expunge Delaware's record off the registry, and that's what actually like sparked this person to start recording. Okay, so Reed is MrBeast's former manager who was in the last video telling Jimmy, you know, hey, don't promote gambling to children. So, you know, I think Reed's taken 2 W's this month. You know, don't promote gambling to children and don't have offenders on payroll. Also, yeah, just from where I'm sitting, it seems extremely unlikely that Jimmy wouldn't know. But, you know, I know I'm sure that's the defense he'll go with. So I'll just say preemptively, like, you know, if somehow Jimmy didn't know about Delaware, I think it's still such an extreme level of negligence. Like, what, you're not doing background checks. You're not. Everyone at your company knows, but somehow you don't know. I think that needs more of an explanation than just saying, I didn't know. Well, how didn't you know? How did this person get into the company and you know, a company that makes content for children and is around children? So yeah, Jimmy, I think we need an explanation from you or you know, your lawyers and PR people and representatives and spokespersons and on how you could have not known that there was an offender at a high level in your company. And while you're responding to that, why not just respond to the allegations of rigging contest videos and selling fake signatures, running illegal lotteries, you know, the dangerous conditions on the set of Beast games. You should address those too. So yeah, just let us know. Okay, that was my interview with former MrBeast employee Jake Weddle. I know he will be coming out with a longer cut of this interview as well as other content. So I just wanted to shout him out. Jake Weddle, top link in the description.
I've waited a long time to talk about a lot of this publicly, so thank you for doing what you're doing.
So long, goodbye. I'll see you when I see you. You can pick the street. I'll meet you on the other side.
That's some wild shit. God damn. Okay, I'm gonna go live on TikTok now. Yeah, no, that's some shit right there. I'm so pissed I fucked up the audio on my first video today. People click on my video and it's like 20 minutes of me just sitting there fucking rambling, and I can't. Damn, this video is doing good. 61 likes on an account that doesn't get any traction. 2 followers. Let's go. I never post videos on any account other than my main, so today was the day. I gotta change the lighting in my. Looks weird. Yeah, I'm gonna chill on TikTok for a bit, and then I'm gonna go get some fucking ice cream, because Jake Weddle weirdly made me want ice cream. I was craving it before, but now I'm really craving it, which is so backwards. That's better. So let's hope my account doesn't get a violation or something from Jimmy and his fucking cronies. Dude, why is this so... Why is it so loose right now? Whatever. I'll fix it later. See what's going on TikTok. Get my Well, that was some wild shit. Probably just gonna be on here for a little bit and then leave, depending how it goes. Oh man, I'm tired. It's been a long fucking 32 hours, that's for sure. A lot. Just finished watching the fucking Dogpack video where Mr. Beast gets exposed. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's fucking wild. It is a wild one. What's up, sucko? You were watching? Word. I didn't get too many views, but I imagine it's probably because, like, YouTube is like, yeah, you don't usually make this content, which is good. It's good place to start, you know? You just got here? Word. I think I gotta change the overlay There we go. Copy URL. Boom. Boom. Oh, no. Wrong button. Okay. Yeah, no, that was a wild video there. I hate this filter for that. No, thank you. Backs. Oh man, why is it doing this to me? Okay, well apparently I'm not getting connection with the chat. I'll share to my Telegram. Word. Oh man, my video before I had to put in the title, skip to 20 minutes because I fucked up the audio, and I'm so mad at myself for fucking up the audio. But it kind of worked out because then everybody came in and count number 28 was banned yesterday. Welcome to TikTok. Fucking ridiculous out here. Yeah, don't fuck around in July and August because they will like take some serious action against you. It's kind of I got banned like a year ago today. So been there. Why am I not getting? Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong account. Okay, set up. I gotta change it to Isaac.unleashed 3. Connect to TikTok Live. Boom. There we go. Now I can probably see the chat. Yay. Just gonna put my TikTok chat up because the YouTube chat is annoying. I also worked on something. I got banned in August last year too on my 25th account. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Thank you for the 100 likes, Schmitties. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like sticking to YouTube lately. Don't really want to, like, there's some stuff I can put on TikTok because it's not me saying it, but why am I still not getting the chat up? What is happening? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good not losing accounts, thankfully. This is all crooked and shit. I gotta fix my setup. Oh well. Moving on. Thank you for the 100 likes, Roxy. Much appreciated. You can tap the screen. There's a heart right beside what the fuck just happened? Okay, well, I have to find something else out for the chat now because they want me to log in. Are you kidding me? Oh, they're gonna want like a pass key and all that shit. I'll just go to YouTube and read the chat that way. How was everybody's night on TikTok? You guys have fun over here? I had fun on YouTube, not gonna lie. Lots of fun. I've been awake for like 32 hours, so kind of dead as fuck right now. Pop out chat. There we go. There. QOBS. You're exhausted from this week? Welcome to my world. I took most of the week off because I had to do some detox. I was getting too deep in the sauce. It's like, man, I don't even get fucking tipsy anymore. Oh, So I took a couple days off. Probably did what's best for my mental health. Yeah, yeah. Is my chat not working? It's not working again, bro. What the hell? Sorry, TikTok. I'm getting like tea, please. You have to go to my YouTube. Make sure you read the title, because I fucked up the audio on my first video and it hasn't fully processed so that I can edit it properly. And why is it still not working? Thank you for tapping the screen there on YouTube, sucker. Much appreciated. Why is it still not working, bruh? Sorry, guys. I'm kind of going crazy. Streaming is fucking annoying sometimes, especially when you're on TikTok. And oh, that might be why. Because I clicked off the Tickfinity website, maybe. Click to connect. Boom. That probably fixed the problem. There we go. Thank you for the rose. Much appreciated. You were trying to tell me about my sound? Yeah, no, my comments weren't working. Everything was fucking broken at first. And then all of a sudden it just like started working. I'm like, whatever. Fuck, let's start over. Acura Lexus. 100%. Lexus all the way. Yeah, that was funny actually. I feel like it kind of worked out though, because I got more to the point in the second take. Like I definitely where did it? Yeah, I fucking hate it when that happens. I'm so bad for it too. Gift feed. Thank you for the 10 fireballs. Thank you. Much appreciated, before son. Your spotted turtle account is permanently banned? Oh my fucking god, everybody's getting banned. That's why I'm just on YouTube. Straight up. Been here before. Next month it gets better though. Why do you get permanently banned? For your videos? That's fucking lame, man. You just gotta put in the description, this is counter speech, and put a title. Like when you post your video, there's like a title box. You put in the title that it's for educational purposes and is counter speech, and you're less likely to get your videos taken down. Can you come in for a second? Probably. Just give me a sec. I gotta do something. Actually, wait. I thought of an easier way of doing it. Oh man, everything's a mess right now because I'm switching streaming softwares again from the thank you for the W's. Much appreciated. Just give me a sec. I gotta get my stream open.
Well, I keep seeing all these dumb questions for Canadians.
I can't
TikToks that Americans are making, right? But I don't see too many.
I hate that guy so much. He's so annoying. Like, genuinely can't stand him. Okay. thing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to keep you long, but when you go back and watch your live that you did tonight, because there's a couple times that your face said 1,000 words, and I literally dropped my phone laughing just because your facial expression. Do you like totally need to do like a thumbnail clip of it?
Word. Will do.
It was great. I thought it was hilarious.
Sorry, I'm like, this is why I didn't want to bring you up yet, was because I want to like get the oh my god, man. Going crazy.
Did you hear what I said though?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I
Okay,
did.
that's all I wanted to say. Just go back and watch
I just
that
did
tomorrow.
all that work for that. I'm just kidding. No, there's somebody else that wants to come up. Oh,
Well, I
man,
didn't
that's
want to keep
definitely
you
a
long.
Ryan account. No, I'm here for a bit. I mean, I'm not
I just
worried
think it would
about
be a good thumbnail clip because it was funny.
It's weird that you.
Like I wish I could have screened through my phone to you because it was hilarious. Just the look on your face said it all.
Which video? The first one or the second one?
It was the one when you were doing it with Aminal when he was doing I think it was like his tip 10 or something. It might have been 8.
That shit was, oh my god.
And it's just the look on your face. You were just like, what the fuck?
I see why he instantly swiped all of that shit from his YouTube account. Was he didn't want that shit fucking getting out. That's not a good look. Giving financial advice like that, and just the worst financial advice that you could literally give anyone. I love it so much. I'm so glad I stumbled upon that. And now he's like blaming me for being that fucking one account. Like he's like, "Hi Isaac," and I'm like, dude, I was in a different live. Like it's definitely not me. Like I could show you where I was at that moment. I have a fucking alibi. It's not me. It's funny as hell.
That was the best part of my night, was just seeing your facial expression at one point.
He's gonna be so mad tomorrow. It's gonna be.
So he thought they were all
honestly
gone?
Feel bad. Well, I mean, he panicked. That's for sure. They offered me $100 for my car. $100. Yeah, I wouldn't even fucking give them for $100. You probably get a better deal with a tax credit. Yeah, no, it was I wanted to do that video last night, but then I was like walking my dog and it was gone. I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking gone. How did this happen? We shouldn't have told anybody. And then it was like, oh, it's backed up. Okay, thank fucking god. Because I went to sleep and I woke up at like 6. I woke up at like 6 in the morning.
And you've been awake for 32 hours.
I woke up at 6 in the afternoon. And yeah, I wanted to go live this morning and just never got around to it. I was just so like, I sat here and made like another version of the Matt Hugh files. So more to come with the Matt Hugh saga for sure. Oh my god, I have so much stuff open. It's killing my soul.
I'll pray for you.
Please. Streaming it. Oh, there's somebody. Oh yeah, it was probably a Ryan account. If anybody wants to come up and chill, you can. That's kind of why I'm here. Just wind down after that fucking long ass fucking dark video about Mr. Beast. Definitely glad I did that because I'm curious to see what happens. Like if YouTube, oh my god,
What's your opinion on him, Isaac? Because my son asked me what I thought of him, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like there's something not right with this guy.
He's He's definitely like a psychopath of some sort, for sure.
He
Thank you for the
he
roses.
gives me that vibe that there's just, and like I've been in mental health for 21 years, and I'm a pretty good judge of character, and I look at him and I'm just like, something sketchy with this dude.
Okay, I'm gonna end my YouTube stream because I'm going fuck crazy.